I used to think my marriage was normal. I'm just tired, Daniel, Elena said one morning. That's okay. I'll make coffee. She didn't look at me. She stared at her phone. Did I do something? I asked. No, she snapped. Why do you always ask? I swallowed it. I just miss you. She sighed. You're being dramatic. That word stayed with me all day. I am Daniel. I work long hours. I come home on time. I don't cheat. I don't shout. I believed love meant patience. That night, I reached for her hand on the couch. Don't, she said, pulling away. I laughed, nervous. It's just me. Exactly, she replied. What does that mean? I asked. It means I'm not in the mood, she said. Stop touching me. I'm your husband, I said quietly. And I'm stressed, she answered. Why can't you understand? I nodded. I always nodded. The next day, Lily came over. You look tired, Lily told Elena. I am, Elena said. Daniel doesn't get it. I stood there. Get what? Lily avoided my eyes. Marriage is hard. I know, I said. I'm trying. Elena laughed. Trying isn't enough. That night, Mark showed up. Hey, man, Mark said, smiling. Hope I'm not interrupting. Not at all, Elena said quickly. Come in. I watched them talk. I watched her smile. I hadn't seen that smile in weeks. You okay? Mark asked me. Yeah, I said. Just tired. You work too much, he said. You should loosen up. Elena nodded. Exactly. I felt like a guest in my own home. Later, I tried again. Did I upset you? I asked Elena in the kitchen. She crossed her arms. Why do you need reassurance all the time? Because I feel you pulling away, I said. You're imagining things, she replied. Then why won't you touch me? I asked. She looked annoyed. Because everything with you feels heavy. That hurt more than shouting. I lay in bed beside her. Do you still love me? I whispered. She turned her back. Go to sleep. I stared at the ceiling and told myself this was normal. The next week was the same. Work dinner, she said. Mark is driving me, she added. That's fine, I said. Thank you for understanding, she said flatly. Understanding felt like disappearing. One evening, I reached for her again. Stop, she said sharply. Why are you like this? I miss my wife, I said. She looked at me with something close to disgust. You're so needy. I apologized. I always apologized. Lily texted me later. Are you okay? She asked. I'm fine, I replied. She sent a sad face. I ignored it. I kept believing love meant waiting. I kept believing things would go back to normal. I didn't know normal was already gone. I told myself every marriage had quiet phases. Just be patient, I whispered. I cooked dinner every night. Elena, I said, do you want to eat? Later, she answered. The food went cold. Mark laughed in the living room. You should relax, he told her. She smiled again. I washed dishes alone. Lily watched me quietly. You deserve better, she said softly. I shook my head. She loves me. Lily looked away. That scared me more than words. Later, Elena checked her phone. Who's texting? I asked. She rolled her eyes. Why are you interrogating me? I'm not, I said. I'm just asking. She stood up. You're exhausting. The door slammed. I sat on the couch and felt small. This is marriage, I told myself. People change, I added. I promised myself tomorrow would be better. Tomorrow never came. I kept smiling when she ignored me. I kept hoping when she sighed. I believed love was endurance. That belief kept me quiet. It kept me blind. If I had listened sooner, I might have saved myself. But I wasn't ready to let go. I chose faith over truth. I chose her over me. That choice would cost me everything. I just didn't know it yet. I stood there every day pretending this was love. It was the lie I lived inside, and I called it marriage. I was wrong all along. So painfully wrong. Can we talk? I asked. Elena didn't answer. She kept scrolling. I said, can we talk? I tried again. What now? She snapped. I feel like you're angry with me, I said. She laughed without humor. You feel too much. I took a breath. I just want to understand. Understand what? She said. That I'm tired of this. Tired of what? I asked. Tired of you, she said flatly. That word hit harder than I expected. I reached for her hand, slow and careful. Don't touch me, she screamed. I froze. Elena, it's me. Don't ever touch me like that again, she shouted. You make my skin crawl. My chest tightened. Since when? Since always, she said. I just pretended before. I stepped back. Why are you saying this? Because I'm done lying, she replied. My voice shook. Did I hurt you? She laughed again. You hurt my freedom. The door opened behind me. Wow, Mark said. Bad timing. I turned. Mark, not now. Elena stood up fast. Actually, perfect timing. Mark raised his eyebrows. Everything okay? No, she said. I finally told him the truth. My mouth felt dry. What truth? She looked straight at Mark. That I don't love him. The room went silent. I whispered, Elena, please. Please what? She said. Please keep pretending. Mark shifted closer to her. You sure you want to do this now? Yes, she said. I'm tired of hiding. I looked at Mark. You knew. He hesitated. Man, this isn't easy. Elena grabbed his jacket. Stop acting guilty. She pulled him toward her. Elena, I said, louder now. Don't. She ignored me. Mark kissed her. Not a quick kiss. Not an accident. It was slow, confident, intimate. I felt my legs go weak. Stop, I said. They didn't. I watched my wife melt into another man. My heart pounded so loud I couldn't hear anything else. I tasted metal in my mouth. When they pulled apart, she looked at me. This is who I choose, she said. I stared at her. In front of me. Yes, she replied. I want you to see. Mark cleared his throat. Elena, maybe. No, she interrupted. He needs to understand. Understand what? I asked. That you were never enough, she said. I shook my head. I gave you everything. You gave me safety, she said. Not passion. So I'm nothing. I asked. She didn't hesitate. You're nothing to me now. Those words erased something inside me. I felt myself shrink. Mark looked uncomfortable. I'll wait outside. No, she said. Stay. I laughed weakly. You don't even care how this feels. She crossed her arms. Why should I? Because I'm your husband, I said. She rolled her eyes. You were a placeholder. That word burned. A safety net, she continued. Someone I settled for. I felt tears rise. Did you ever love me? She shrugged. I loved what you provided. My knees buckled, and I sat down. I trusted you, I whispered. That was your mistake, she replied. Mark avoided my eyes. I looked at him. How long? He sighed. Months. Elena corrected him. A year. My stomach dropped. You let me plan our future, I said. She nodded. I let you. I stood up slowly. And every time you pulled away. I was already his, she said. Mark spoke quietly. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. I laughed again. That's funny. Elena scoffed. Don't act like a victim. I am a victim, I said. No, she replied. You're a lesson. That broke me. I walked toward the bedroom. Where are you going? She asked. To disappear, I said. She shrugged. Do whatever you want. I stopped at the door. You'll regret this. She smiled coldly. I already regret marrying you. I closed the door behind me. I slid down against it and stared at the wall. I felt empty. The man I was before that night didn't survive it. He believed in patience. He believed in loyalty. He believed love was enough. That man died listening to his wife scream. He died watching another man kiss her. He died being told he was nothing. I stayed there, breathing, shaking. I won't beg anymore, I whispered. Something hard replaced the pain. I didn't know what I would become, but I knew I wasn't her safety net anymore. I was done being chosen last. That night didn't just break my heart. It erased my old self forever, and the silence that followed was louder than her scream. I didn't leave. Why are you still here? Elena asked the next morning. I live here, I said. She shrugged. For now. Mark sat at the table like he belonged there. Coffee? He asked her. Yes, she said, smiling. She didn't look at me. I stood there. Do you want some? She answered without turning. Make it yourself. That was how it started. I slept on the edge of the bed. Don't touch me, she warned every night. I won't, I said. Mark walked around in my space. Relax, he told me. No need to be tense. I stared at him. You're in my house. He laughed. Not for long. Elena didn't stop him. She treated me like furniture. Move, she said when I was in her way. I moved. I stopped speaking unless spoken to. One night, I called Jacob. You sound dead, he said. I feel dead, I replied. Tell me what happened, he said. I laughed bitterly. She chose him. Jacob went quiet. Say that again. She kissed him in front of me, I said. Then told me I was nothing. Daniel, he said softly, why are you still there? I don't know, I admitted. Come stay with me, he said. I can't yet, I replied. Why? He asked. I think I deserve this, I said. He cursed. You don't. The house felt smaller every day. Elena, I asked once, why keep me here? She looked annoyed. Stop being dramatic. You hate me, I said. I don't hate you, she replied. I just don't care. That hurt more. Mark smirked. At least she's honest. I wanted to hit him. Instead, I stayed quiet. At night, my thoughts attacked me. Why wasn't I enough? I whispered. I barely slept. I watched the ceiling until sunrise. Elena slept easily. That made me angry. I booked a therapy session. Dr. Harris sat across from me. So, he said, why are you here? I got replaced, I said. How did that make you feel? He asked. Small, I replied. Useless. Why did you stay? He asked. I hesitated. Because leaving feels like failure. He nodded. And staying? Feels like punishment, I said. Who is punishing you? He asked. I swallowed. Me. That silence was heavy. You confuse love with endurance, he said. I thought patience meant loyalty, I replied. Respect matters more, he said. I thought of Elena's eyes. Cold. Empty. Mark laughed in the background of my life. Elena, I said one evening, do you feel guilty? She rolled her eyes. About what? About destroying me, I said. She sighed. You're choosing to feel destroyed. Mark chuckled. She's right. I snapped. Shut up. Elena stared. Don't raise your voice. I'm breaking, I said. That's not my problem, she replied. Jacob came over the next day. You look like hell, he said. This is hell, I answered. He looked at Elena. How can you do this? She shrugged. He won't leave. Jacob turned to me. Why won't you? I whispered, because I loved her. Jacob shook his head. Love without respect is self-harm. That sentence stayed with me. I watched Mark pack his bag one night. Staying over. I asked. He smiled. She asked me to. Elena didn't deny it. I walked outside. The air felt sharp. I called Dr. Harris again. I think I hate myself, I said. That's honest, he replied. Now change it. How? I asked. By choosing yourself, he said. Inside, Elena laughed. Mark's voice followed. I closed my eyes. I stayed because I was afraid, I admitted. Of what? He asked. Being alone, I said. And now? He asked. I feel alone anyway, I replied. That truth hurt. I walked back inside. Elena looked up. What are you staring at? Nothing, I said. That wasn't true. I was staring at the ruins of my marriage. I was staring at my own weakness. I realized something that night. Love that humiliates is not love. Love that erases you is not love. I had confused suffering with loyalty. That mistake cost me my dignity. I didn't leave yet. But something inside me shifted. I stopped apologizing. I stopped explaining. I stopped hoping. I was still there. But I was already gone. The ruins were all that remained. And I was finally ready to walk away from them. I reached my breaking point on a Tuesday. Elena laughed from the couch. Mark's voice followed. You're hilarious. I stood in the hallway. She didn't notice me. I cleared my throat. Elena. She glanced over. What? Can we talk? I asked. She sighed. About what now? About us, I said. Mark smirked. Still trying. Give us a minute, I said. Elena didn't move. Say it here. I nodded slowly. Do you enjoy humiliating me? She crossed her legs. You humiliate yourself. That was it. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't argue. I just said, okay. She blinked. Okay. Yes, I replied. I hear you. Mark laughed. Guess he finally gets it. I looked at him. You can have her. Elena stiffened. What does that mean? It means I'm done begging, I said. She scoffed. You'll be back. I shook my head. No. That word felt powerful. I walked into the bedroom. Elena followed. Don't be dramatic. I'm being clear, I said. She laughed. You can't survive without me. I looked at her. Watch me. That night, I packed nothing. I just sat and thought. I need proof, I whispered. Not to hurt her. To protect myself. The next day, I met Jacob. You look different, he said. I stopped bleeding, I replied. He raised an eyebrow. That sounds serious. I'm done chasing her, I said. Good, he answered. Then listen. He slid a card across the table. Who's this? I asked. Sophia, he said. Divorce lawyer. I'm not ready, I said. She'll help you see reality, he replied. I hesitated, then nodded. Sophia shook my hand firmly. Tell me everything, she said. I took a breath. She cheated. Openly. Sophia frowned. Do you have proof? Not yet, I said. Then start collecting, she replied. For revenge? I asked. For clarity, she said. And leverage. That word stayed with me. What if I don't want to fight? I asked. She leaned forward. Then fight smarter. I swallowed. I feel weak. She smiled slightly. You're uninformed, not weak. I laughed quietly. That's new. She continued. Silence is power. I nodded. At home, Elena watched me closely. You're quiet, she said. I'm listening, I replied. Mark looked uneasy. Why are you staring? Elena asked. I'm not, I said. I noticed everything. Texts. Whispers. Lies. I took photos. Saved messages. Not with anger. With focus. One night, Elena asked, Why don't you argue anymore? I don't need to, I said. She frowned. You're acting strange. I'm acting free, I replied. She laughed nervously. Mark avoided me. Something's off, he told her. She snapped. He's bluffing. I wasn't. I met Sophia again. You're doing well, she said. I feel guilty, I admitted. Why? She asked. For not caring, I said. She nodded. That's healing. Jacob clapped my shoulder later. I'm proud of you, he said. I'm scared, I replied. Good, he said. Fear means change. At home, Elena tried once more. Did I hurt you? She asked. I looked at her. You taught me. She frowned. Taught you what? How to choose myself, I said. She scoffed. You'll never leave. I smiled. You don't know me anymore. That was true. I wasn't the man who begged. I wasn't the man who waited. I became the man who watched. Every lie sharpened my resolve. Every laugh pushed me forward. I didn't need revenge. I needed control. One night, I stood alone. I'm done being a victim, I whispered. No one answered. That was fine. I finally heard myself. The pain didn't vanish, but it obeyed me now. I wasn't angry. I was clear, and clarity changed everything. That choice saved me. I didn't destroy her. I reclaimed myself. That was the real victory, and it had already begun. I left early in the morning. Elena watched from the doorway. That's it? She asked. Yes, I said. No speech, she added. I'm done explaining, I replied. She shrugged. Suit yourself. She didn't stop me. That hurt less than I expected. Outside, I breathed deeply. My phone buzzed. Jacob texted, You out? Yes, I typed. Good, he replied. I stayed with him that night. You look lighter, he said. I feel empty, I replied. That's better than broken, he said. Days passed quietly. Then Elena called. I stared at the screen. It rang. I let it stop. A message came. Call me. I didn't. Another call came later. I turned the phone face down. For the first time, silence felt like strength. Jacob watched me. You okay? I think so, I said. Good, he replied. Don't rush back. I didn't. I focused on work. Rachel noticed first. You're different, she said. How? I asked. You listen, she replied. But you don't apologize for breathing. I smiled. I'm practicing. She laughed softly. That's healthy. We had coffee. No pressure, she said. Just talk. I nodded. I appreciate that. She asked, Still married? Legally, I said. Emotionally, she asked. No, I replied. She didn't push. That felt rare. Meanwhile, Elena texted again. Mark is acting strange. I didn't answer. Another message came. He checks my phone. I stayed silent. Jacob read the messages later. You're letting karma work, he said. I'm just stepping aside, I replied. One night, Elena called from a different number. Please, she said. I need help. I closed my eyes. With what? I asked. Mark is angry all the time, she said. I paused. That's not my problem. She gasped. You're so cold. I replied calmly. You taught me that. She hung up. Rachel noticed my shaking hands. Rough call? She asked. Yes, I admitted. She said gently, You don't owe everyone access. That stayed with me. At work, Mark's name came up. He lost a client, someone said. Again, another asked. I said nothing. Elena texted again. He yelled at me. I stared at the words, then deleted them. Weeks passed. I slept better. I ate better. I spoke less. Rachel smiled more around me. You're calmer, she said. I stopped fighting ghosts, I replied. She nodded. That takes courage. One evening, Elena showed up. You look good, she said. So do you, I replied honestly. She frowned. He's changed. I said, So have I. She lowered her voice. I made a mistake. I shook my head. That's your story now. She reached for me. I stepped back. Don't, I said. She whispered, I miss you. I answered, I miss who I was. She cried. I felt nothing. That scared me. Later, I told Rachel. I didn't feel guilt, I said. That means you healed, she replied. I wasn't sure, but I felt steady. Mark's control tightened. Elena can't see friends, she texted. I ignored it. She says you changed her, he messaged once. I blocked him. That felt final. Jacob clapped me on the back. Proud of you, he said. I didn't do anything, I replied. You didn't interfere, he said. That's harder. Rachel asked me out. Dinner, she said. No expectations. I agreed. We talked. She listened. I didn't feel small. That mattered. Elena stopped calling. Mark stopped pretending. Their happiness cracked without me touching it. I watched from a distance. Not smiling. Not angry. Just free. One night, I stood alone. I'm not responsible for their collapse, I whispered. That truth settled in my chest. I didn't chase revenge. I didn't save them either. I chose myself quietly. And karma whispered its approval. For the first time, I believed it. I wasn't winning. I was recovering. And that was enough. I heard the news from someone else. Did you know Mark got fired? Jacob asked. I paused. No. He lost the contract, Jacob said. Then everything else. I said nothing. Jacob waited. You don't look surprised. I stopped expecting fairness, I replied. That afternoon, Elena called. I'm sorry, she said immediately. For what? I asked. For everything, she replied. Her voice sounded tired. I stayed quiet. Daniel, she asked. Are you there? Yes, I said. Why won't you say anything? She asked. Because words won't fix this, I replied. She inhaled sharply. Mark lied to me. I didn't respond. He said he was stable, she continued. He isn't. I said calmly, that's between you and him. She raised her voice. Don't do this. Do what? I asked. Act like you don't care, she said. I don't, I replied. Silence followed. She whispered, You changed. Yes, I said. You helped. She hung up. That silence felt heavier, but it felt clean. Later, I met Thomas. You're Daniel, right? He asked. Yes, I said. I'm Thomas, he replied. Mark's old partner. I nodded. What do you want? To apologize, he said. I frowned. For what? For believing him, Thomas said. He burned everyone. I asked, how so? He lied about finances, he said. Blamed others. I listened. He's reckless, Thomas continued. Always has been. I exhaled. That explains a lot. Thomas shook his head. I warned her. Elena? I asked. Yes, he said. She didn't listen. I nodded. Neither did I. Thomas smiled sadly. Some lessons hurt. He left. I felt no triumph. Just confirmation. Elena texted later. He screams at me now. I stared at the message. I typed nothing. Another text came. He checks my calls. I locked my phone. Rachel noticed. You look distant, she said. I'm choosing distance, I replied. She nodded. That's healthy. We walked after work. You okay? She asked. I am, I said. For once. She smiled. You stand straighter. I feel lighter, I replied. At night, Elena called again. I can't sleep, she said. I can, I replied. She cried. You used to care. I answered quietly. I still care about myself. She said angrily. You're punishing me. No, I said. I'm protecting me. She screamed. Say something. I hung up. My hands didn't shake. That surprised me. Jacob texted. You good? Yes, I replied. Proud of you, he sent. Days passed. Elena's apologies grew desperate. I was confused, she said. I made a mistake, she said. I miss you, she said. Each message felt hollow. I didn't reply. Silence became my strength. Mark messaged me once. You think you won, he wrote. I blocked him. That felt final. Rachel asked gently, any regrets? I thought. I regret staying too long. She nodded. But you left. Yes, I said. And that saved me. At the gym, I caught my reflection. You look different, a trainer said. I feel different, I replied. Strength returned to my body. Control returned to my mind. Peace followed quietly. Elena showed up unannounced. Please talk to me, she begged. I stood in the doorway. Why? I asked. Because I'm falling apart, she said. I replied evenly. I can't be your anchor. She cried harder. I need you. I said, you needed me before. She looked at me, stunned. I chose wrong, she whispered. Yes, I agreed. Can we fix it? She asked. I shook my head. It's already fixed. She stared. You're cruel. No, I said. I'm done. She left. I closed the door. Rachel texted later. Want company? Yes, I replied. She came over. We talked. No drama. No fear. No shouting. That felt powerful. I realized something important. Karma didn't need my anger. It didn't need my hands. It worked quietly. Steadily. Without mercy. Elena lost control. Mark lost everything. I gained myself. That was the shift.
Isto taller.
Not because I won, but because I survived. The pain didn't own me anymore. I owned my silence. And in that silence, I finally felt strong. Elena broke on a Sunday night. Can we talk? She asked. Her voice sounded smaller. I answered, you can talk. She sat across from me. I made a mistake, she said. I nodded. I know. She blinked. That's it. What do you want me to say? I asked. She clasped her hands. I miss you. I waited. I miss the man you were, she added. I replied calmly. He doesn't exist anymore. She frowned. You're still him. No, I said. I survived him. She swallowed. I didn't know what I was losing. I told you, I said. She shook her head. I didn't listen. I leaned back. That's true. Tears filled her eyes. Mark is gone, she whispered. I asked, where? Disappeared, she said. Left debts. Lies. I stayed silent. He ruined my credit, she continued. My friends. I replied, he didn't do that alone. She flinched. I trusted him, she said. You trusted him over me, I answered. She cried harder. I was confused. I said softly, confusion doesn't excuse cruelty. She wiped her face. I hate myself. That's not my burden, I said. She looked at me like she didn't recognize me. You're so cold, she said. I'm calm, I replied. She whispered, do you still love me? I took a moment. No, I said honestly. Her breath hitched. I loved you, I continued. I don't anymore. She covered her mouth. I would do anything, she said. I know, I replied. That's why it's too late. She leaned forward. Give me one chance. I shook my head. You already had thousands. She sobbed. I was wrong. Yes, I said. And I forgave that. She looked hopeful. Then. But forgiveness isn't reunion, I finished. Her shoulders dropped. I don't hate you, I said. That's worse, she replied. I nodded. Maybe. She stared at the floor. I thought you'd yell, she said. I used to, I replied. What changed? She asked. I stopped wanting you to understand, I said. She looked up. I understand now. I shook my head. You understand loss. She winced. I lost everything, she whispered. I answered, I lost myself first. Silence stretched. I don't recognize you, she said. That's because I recognize myself now, I replied. She let out a shaky laugh. You sound stronger. I am, I said. She whispered, do you ever miss us? I thought carefully. I miss who I was before you broke me, I said. She nodded slowly. I deserved this, she said. I replied, this isn't punishment. Then what is it? She asked. Consequences, I said. She wiped her tears. Mark used me, she said. I responded, so did you. She closed her eyes. I regret everything, she whispered. I answered gently, regret doesn't rewind time. She stood up slowly. So this is goodbye, she said. Yes, I replied. She hesitated. Will you be okay? I smiled faintly. I already am. That seemed to hurt her the most. She walked toward the door. Daniel, she said softly. Yes. I answered. I really did love you, she said. I paused. I believe you, I said. Just not enough. She nodded and left. The door closed quietly. I stood there. No shaking. No anger. No ache. Just space. Rachel texted me later. How did it go? She asked. It ended, I replied. Are you okay? She asked. Yes, I said. Truly. Jacob called. She finally admit it? He asked. Yes, I replied. And? He asked. And I felt nothing, I said. He exhaled. That's closure. I sat alone that night. I thought about Elena, about Mark, about myself. I felt no joy in their collapse, no satisfaction, only clarity. I saw my marriage clearly now, not as love, not as fate, but as a lesson, a painful one, necessary. I didn't need her regret. I didn't need her tears. I didn't need her apology. Some apologies arrive too late to matter. They don't heal. They just explain. And I was done needing explanations. I turned off the light. I lay down. For the first time in a long time, I slept. Not because the pain vanished, but because it no longer controlled me. That chapter was closed. And I didn't look back. Not once. The papers are ready, Sophia said. I asked, is this the end? It's the legal end, she replied. The rest already happened. I signed. My hand didn't shake. Sophia watched me closely. You're calm. I earned that, I said. She smiled. You did. Jacob called right after. It's done, he asked. Yes, I said. He exhaled. I'm proud of you. Thank you for not letting me drown, I replied. You swam, he said. I just yelled directions. I went back to the apartment one last time. Elena wasn't there. That helped. I walked through the living room. I used to beg here, I whispered. The silence didn't answer. I opened the bedroom door. This is where I broke, I said quietly. No pain followed. Just memory. I packed the last box. Footsteps sounded behind me. Daniel, Mark said. I turned slowly. He looked thinner. Tired. I didn't know you'd be here, he added. I'm leaving, I replied. He nodded. Good. I stuttered him. Why? He asked. Why what? I replied. Why are you so calm? He said. I shrugged. Because you don't matter. That hurt him. He looked away. I never meant to ruin things, he said. I answered. Intent doesn't erase damage. He swallowed. She's broken. I know, I said. He asked, do you hate me? No, I replied. I forgot you. That was true. He stepped aside. I walked past him. No fists. No shouting. Just distance. Outside, I felt taller. Rachel waited by the car. You okay? She asked. Yes, I said. You faced him? She asked. Briefly, I replied. She smiled. You look peaceful. I am, I said. We drove in silence. Comfortable silence. Later, I met Jacob and Sophia for coffee. To survival, Jacob said, raising his cup. To clarity, Sophia added. I said, to becoming. They smiled. Jacob leaned in. Any regrets? Yes, I said. I stayed too long. Sophia nodded. But you left strong. That mattered. That night, I sat alone. I spoke softly. Thank you, I said. No one answered. I continued anyway. Thank you, Jacob, I said. Thank you, Sophia, I added. Then I paused. Thank you, I said to myself. That felt strange. But right. I thought about the betrayal. It didn't crush me. It exposed me. My limits. My strength. My worth. I whispered, I survived. The past didn't scare me anymore. It taught me. I didn't erase the pain. I understood it. I learned dignity. I learned silence. I learned that winning doesn't always look loud. The next morning, Elena texted. I heard it's final. Yes, I replied. I hope you're happy, she wrote. I am at peace, I answered. No reply came. I didn't wait for one. Rachel asked me later, what now? Now I live, I said. She smiled. I'd like to be part of that. I'd like that too, I replied. We didn't rush. That mattered. I passed the old apartment one last time. I don't fear you anymore, I said. The building stayed quiet. I walked on. I wasn't defined by betrayal. I wasn't shaped by pain alone. I was revealed by it. That truth settled deep.
Istu taller.
Not out of pride. Out of respect. For myself. The past no longer chased me. It followed quietly. As proof. I didn't need revenge. I didn't need closure from others. I carried my own. I smiled as I walked away. The chapter was finished. The man remained. And he was finally free. You look peaceful, Rachel said. I am, I replied. She smiled. That's new. I earned it, I said. We stood on the balcony. Do you miss her? She asked. I thought. No. Not even a little, she asked. I miss who I was, I said. Not who she became. She nodded. That makes sense. I leaned on the railing. I used to think love meant sacrifice, I said. And now? She asked. Now I know it means respect, I replied. She reached for my hand. You're different. I'm awake, I said. Later, Jacob called. You good? He asked. I'm free, I replied. He laughed. That's better. I ended the call and sat alone. I don't hate her, I said out loud. The room stayed quiet. I don't forgive her either, I added. That felt honest. I remembered the man I was. The man who begged. The man who waited. He's gone, I whispered. I didn't feel sad. I felt relieved. Elena once said I was nothing. I smiled at that memory. I know who I am now, I said. Pain didn't destroy me. It shaped me. Betrayal didn't end my life. It started it. I looked at my reflection. You survived, I told myself. You chose yourself, I added. No one argued. I thought about revenge once. It felt empty. I thought about forgiveness. It felt unnecessary. Closure came quietly. It came when I stopped asking why. It came when I stopped chasing answers. Respect became my boundary. Silence became my strength. I didn't need to win. I needed to heal. Love without dignity is not love. I learned that too late. But not too late to live. I breathed in. I breathed out. I'm done running, I said. I'm done shrinking, I said. The future felt open. Not perfect. But mine. I walked forward without fear. I wasn't lonely. I was whole. And for the first time, that was enough. Rachel texted, Are you happy? I answered, I'm honest. She replied, That's better. I smiled and typed, Thank you for seeing me. She wrote, You were always there. I whispered, I just needed to see myself. No more hiding, I said. No more begging, I added. Just living, I finished. And choosing myself, I said quietly now. At last, I meant it fully then.